Sorry about that. I've had to restart. We're undergoing or experiencing rather the tail end of a cyclone, so it's possible that something got knocked down somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, just a general chat today about the heady world of Cluster B, and the focus that I want to have is on your actions. So often we can get caught up in thinking about narcissists all the time, talking about narcissists, about our narc X, which is really just another form of obsession. It's the reverse, it's the tail end, where you once loved them, now you hate them, but it's still obsession and it's still unhealthy. Love me or hate me, but don't ignore me, is the motto of the narcissist. So by continuing to obsess about them, you are feeding them. You've probably heard the term supply. So if such a thing exists, you are supplying them by talking about them, gossiping about them, thinking about them, mythologizing them, making your life about narcissists. It's just another way to think about them. It's another excuse. Learning all the terms, becoming an expert. It gets really silly. Oh, well, you see, his secondary supply is currently hoovering flying monkeys in order to avoid a narcissistic collapse. It just gets ridiculous. Instead of simplifying your life, it just becomes more complicated. And you join the empath cult. Very common, once you've had this experience, to fall under the sway of empaths who would have you believe that you are perfect and the narcissist is the root of all evil, that you're a good person, they're a bad person, you did nothing wrong, you're just lovely, and that's why they're mean to you, because you're so good. They want to steal all your good qualities. You're so noble and marvelous. The empath is like a superhero whose ability is to get shat on. That's their magical power. That's their superpower. Swallowing shit. I would advise you to choose a better identity. You end up talking about no contact anymore. People get obsessed with no contact, as though it would be possible to go no contact. You become a narcissist train spotter. Oh, look, it's the red-breasted, grandiose, malignant narc. They're out early this year. But really your focus should be on you. This event happened to you for a reason. It's because you were weak and you were protecting your weakness. You had carried your weakness with you all this time, but the narcissist found it. They smelled blood in the water. You told them all about your weaknesses. You blathered at their feet. Oh, I don't like this and I do like that. Oh, I hate it when people do this to me. I really like this. You gave them a game plan. You showed them the blueprint on how to abuse you. Why did you do that? The narcissist is an opportunity to examine yourself. It's like salt water. It'll expose any wounds you have because it'll hurt. Not the ocean's fault. Some people will talk of a golden age before the narcissist, when everything was wonderful and marvelous. And if you could only go back there, make my self-esteem great again. But really, it wasn't that good. Because if it was that good, this never would have happened to you. This is a marvelous experience. One day you'll look back on it and you'll be ever so glad it happened, because it was the kick in the ass that you needed. Kind of like a halfway stop, right? It's just like when you have a nap in the middle of the day, and it just makes the rest of the day so much better. This is your second wind. It's going to hurt. Self-examination is going to hurt. Improving things will hurt. But how has avoiding pain treated you thus far? It's important to use the narcissist. You're going to invert the proposition. Rather than them using you, you're going to use them. People say they mirror your good qualities. They mirror your attention-seeking qualities, because that's all they know. They wouldn't know good if it hit them in the face with a cast iron skillet. But also, they point out your weaknesses. And it's good to know them. It's very painful to discover that you have them. All these weak parts of yourself that you have tried to hide for so long, you've been limping along. You might call it my style or the way I live. But that's just a cope. You don't want too much of the narcissist, but since you've already had enough, since you've already had the criticism and the devaluation, why not do something with it? Maybe the narc is onto something. They don't just lie all of the time. That would be silly. You would say, it's raining, and they would say, no, it's sunny. That's just a mad person. The narcissist will tell you the truth if it hurts you, because they want to hurt you. They think in the short term. The narcissist is throwing lemons into your yard, and it's your job to take and make lemonade from them, as it were. You can use them. Reflect upon what they said. Maybe they have a point. You don't need to thank them. But take it away. Take what's happened to you away. Go away from people. The problem with borderlines is that they overdose on socializing, because that's what everybody else does. But you're not everybody else. You don't have that brain. It's a bit like Freud once said that the talking therapy doesn't work on the Irish, or socializing doesn't work on the borderline. Good network of friends, got to get out there and meet people. That's fine for the neurotypical, but for a borderline, it can be pure poison. Because what you're dealing with are unaddressed negative emotions. It would be better to call borderline personality disorder overwhelming negative emotion disorder. But under these negative emotions is gold. You want to be in the situation where you're just feeling kind of, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I kind of know I should. I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to do it. That's good. That's the ideal position to be in. That's the position I hope the narcissist puts you in. Hopefully they have slandered you. Hopefully they have isolated you. Cleared a space for you to work. You want to be in that position of feeling, oh, I don't really want to do this. I just want to have fun. You and the task that you know you should be doing. That's the ideal place to be. It doesn't feel good necessarily, but so what? Trying to feel good all the time hasn't worked. Maybe the narcissist has said something like, you're fat. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you could, with a bit more exercise. What's wrong with that? They might have a point. Thanks, you're right. Nobody else would have told me that. Weird. So how do you think the narcissist feels when then you work on yourself and you become strong? Do you think that they're happy for you? No, they're biologically unable to be happy, you will give them a narcissistic injury. They were wanting you to remain fat forever. The narcissist is just a bully who likes to carry around their punching bag. Take what they've said. There could be something in it. Head away from the maddening crowd. Figure it out. You're by yourself, surrounded by your things and your dreams and your goals, the tasks that you must do. You feel lonely and bored. That's perfect. That's where you want to be. Lonely and bored. And from that, you'll make something good. You're not going to do anything if you're massively intoxicated by the narcissist. You'll do nothing. You'll just stay there in that state. It's all well and good trying to get high all the time and fall in love and be elated 24/7, but you won't have a very good life looking back on it. You may as well have been a potted plant, the pair of you just entwined, just growing, entwined with each other, doing nothing. When you die, it will be as if you have never lived. No, thankfully, the narcissist has hurt you really badly, shamed you, isolated you. Now you've got nothing but all your toys, all your things, your half-finished projects, staring you in the face. You don't wanna, but you're gonna. And what you'll try and do to escape is get really close to somebody. This is the sign. This is the sign you're dealing with a narcissist. When you get really, really close to somebody really quickly, suddenly you're divulging all your secrets and you're hearing theirs. You're all up in their biology and they're all up in yours. You can see their mitochondria, flagella, all sorts of processes going on. You actually don't want to be there. It's not always pleasant. Being can be really awful. You'll see things you never wanted to see and know things you didn't want to know. You find yourself trapped, being like someone else's second skin, watching out for their ego. Oh, they'll be upset. Oh, I need to ameliorate. I need to be the buffer between them and reality. Why? Why do you have to be so close? Why is that your lookout? This other person's feelings. Why are you obsessed with managing somebody else's feelings? What's in it for you? Watch that proximity. It's good to regularly take breaks from people, especially when you start to get all churned up inside. Just take a little break, leave the room, find an excuse to leave the room. You don't need to get into a fight. You don't need to say, I think you're a narcissist, I'm out of here, because that's going to mean that you get closer to them. You're going to have a fight with them at that point. It's good to take breaks from people, just so you can let things settle and start to process. It takes us time, not fast thinkers. We get there in the end, though. Very thorough, just not fast. This is the nature of the borderline brain. You always figure it out in the end, but you've got to give yourself time. If you're overheated by socializing, you're never going to figure it out. You'll remain in the present. You'll get buffeted. The narcissist will say something and you'll react either yes or no, towards or away. Maybe the whole thing is stupid. Maybe both choices are ridiculous and you're only going to figure that out when you get some space. Go for a walk. Offer to do a job. Make up an appointment that you don't have. Get out of there. When things are getting too heated, get out of there. Take a break. You may be right, you may be wrong, but after processing, you'll know. You'll have a better idea. And if you were wrong, you can go back. But if you were right, you can stay away. Give yourself a break. You don't have to redline it all the time with heavy socializing and the dysregulated emotions. It's not a good place to live. I see the borderline. It's like a I don't know, like a silent vehicle, and someone's put some tape over the rev gauge. You can tell when it's idling, and you can tell when it's redlining, but it's very hard to see the middle part. You can't really tell. All of a sudden you're upset and you're saying terrible things to people. What the fuck? Where'd that come from? If you give yourself a break, take yourself away, it gives you an opportunity just to process. We take time. It's just the way our brains work. The borderline is not a neurotypical, and they do not have a neurotypical brain. So you can't expect to do what they do and get their results. Give yourself time and space. Give yourself the very thing that you don't want. To be alone. To feel alone, abandoned. Go into it. Don't let it rule you. Space, proximity, always a good sign. You're getting too close too quickly. And the closer you get, the more upset you'll get. It may feel like elation at first, but after a while, it'll be invasion. And when you are alone, when you do take yourself away, now is the chance, now is the time to make your situation better. Let's say someone has insulted you, they have treated you with contempt. You're upset. There is a sort of a voice track in your brain saying, good people don't get upset. They didn't mean it. Don't be so sensitive. Try again. Try and make them your friend. Yeah, put your hand back in the incinerator. Put your hand back in the lion's mouth. It's all right. Pat the tongue. No. We have all sorts of goofy programming. Take yourself away. You may figure out that this person has insulted you. Maybe they've even threatened you. Well, now it's the time to act. You deal with the narcissist when you're not around the narcissist. It's not that they're the opposite of us, it's that they're a kind of a inverse. So the way that you feel about affection and love, they feel about status. You're not going to hurt them in the same way that they hurt you. They don't work like you. They work differently. So if you do find yourself in a fight with a narcissist, there's something going on, this person is really trying to get you, to destroy you, that's okay. Take yourself away and get busy. Make your situation better. Sun Tzu, from The Art of War, said, the best battle is the one that you don't fight. He goes on to talk about, if you get so strong, if you get really, really powerful, your enemy will join you. They'll want to be like you. And same with the narcissist. If you're able to endure the cold by yourself and you get things done, you will gain status as a result of your achievements. It's a byproduct of achievement. You might not care, but it's a tool, it's a resource. And now the narcissist fears you. They can't say anything about you anymore because you've risen up. You're good at something. You're known for something. Now they want to associate with you. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, no, I know them. Yeah, good friend of mine. Yeah, good friend of mine. They bask in your glory. But it always requires being by yourself and getting things done. It's very painful. You want to play. You want to be with someone else. You feel alone. You feel that you haven't had enough validation. You weren't validated enough as a child. Nobody agreed with you. Why didn't they agree with you? Why didn't they help you? They should have helped you. They should have joined you. Your ideas were good. It's not fair. No, it's not fair. Who cares? Who gives a fuck about fairness? Great people throughout history didn't have others holding their hands. Maybe they were mocked and reviled. Look at Nikola Tesla, for example. Man was hated, died a pauper. Now the richest guy in the world carries his moniker. You've got to undergo something. If you're going to beat the narcissist, you've got to have changed. You've got to have experienced something. You go away from them. You improve your situation. It's your responsibility. You clean your room. You feel slightly better about yourself. Your self-esteem begins to rise because it's self-esteem. You get busy. This is a fight. And when you're in a fight, the first thing you want to do is break your opponent's spirit. And that's going to make the fight short. You want to demoralize them. You want to become a captain of industry. You want to get things done, make things happen. The narcissist might just give up. Get busy. When you're really upset and they've really hurt you, get busy. Improve your life. This person has said that you are worse than them. Show yourself, not them, because they're never going to admit you're superior, ever. So show it to yourself. This person has slighted me. They've said I'm trash and rubbish. Well, I am not. Although my room is a pigsty. Good people, valuable people don't have pigsty rooms. They don't stand on all their valuables. Right, I'm going to clean this up. Get that done. You get things done. You push on through that discomfort. The discomfort that you've been trying to hide. The discomfort that the narcissist was supposed to hide for you. You get busy. The more upset you are, the busier you get. The more threatened you feel by a narcissist, the busier you get. You allow that pain to motivate you. You'll find when you're really enraged, you can get things done. If you're just feeling a little pissed off, you might have a chocolate biscuit. But if you're really upset, there's a lot of energy in that. Go for a walk, kind of smooth that energy out, and then get into it. Better your position so that next time you see them, you're in a better position. Chances are they've spent that time seeking validation from others, so they haven't really got a lot done. They're not able to do what you do, which is to go alone, face the shame, admit one's in. Well, I haven't done this. I need to do this. It's not good enough. That's not something the narcissist can do. It's always someone else's fault to them. You've got a secret power. You've got an advantage over them. You can endure that pain of being alone, feeling like trash. The narcissist doesn't want to feel that for a split second. You can endure the cold. So go into the cold, get things done. Action your plans. It will hurt at first, but after a while you'll enjoy it. You'll get lost in it. Another thing the narcissist can't do. They cannot generate self-esteem. They cannot really enjoy anything. They only enjoy people's reactions to things. They don't enjoy the thing itself. This is why narcissists are different in different cultures. Because whatever the culture values, the narcissist wants to be seen as that. It's like a popularity competition. You can be a loner and a loser for a little bit. And what are they doing by themselves? What a loser. And then you come out. You've been busy. You've been busy. Oh, no. Now you soak up all the attention. Maybe you don't care, but you just do. It's just a byproduct of what you've done, of your achievement. And the narcissist is now drowning. They're suffocating because you're getting all the attention. All the eyes are going towards you. That they need that. They need that. Because that's what makes them feel good. Their brain is streamlined like that. That's how they get by. They're cheating. Instead of processing shame, they get others to do it for them. They give it away. You've taken the shame. That's your power. You can do that. You're alone. You're looking at, I don't know, you've got a pile of, wood. You were going to build something, but you didn't. You got a bunch of fabric. You were going to make a dress, but you haven't. Right, let's get about it. You do it. It's horrible at the start. It's longer than you thought. You feel stupid. The whole thing seems worthless, but you persevere. You endure. You make that dress. Then you wear that dress. What a beautiful. Really? Wow. So the narcissist hears this. Really? Wow. It's like a knife. It's like a knife in their gut. How dare someone else get praise? It belongs to me. It's only your achievements that will ever hurt. Narcissists, sticks and stones. These are the sticks and stones. Words are all fuel. They can take that. They can just, you want to talk to them. Eventually they'll upset you because they don't care. You'll be lulled into thinking you're talking to a real person. You'll try and make sense, and then they'll change topic. They're not going to play fair. They want you to play so that they can cheat. But you choose not to play that game. You're going to play a different game. A game they fear. The achievement game. Go learn that song on the piano that you've been putting off. Tidy that shelf. Paint that fence. Whatever it is, go do it. You can be angry. Fucking not, fucking piece of fucking shit. Not too angry or you break something, but, go for a walk first, cool off. Just kind of just sort of simmer, seethe a little bit, get it done. This is how you win. Break their spirit. Really get into it. Go for it. Crush the narc. Terrify them by your achievements. You're a machine. You're a borderline. There's a real engine in you. You have been wasting it on silly people in silly places, doing silly things. You can redirect it. It won't be easy, but you can. You can. There'll be a part of you, a childish, narcissistic, immature part of you that just seeks pleasure, and it'll say, I don't want to do that. I don't really want to. I want a chocolate biscuit. I want to have a cigarette. I want to talk to someone. That's always the fight. That's always the fight to take. Not with the narcissist who doesn't care. With yourself. That's the fight to take. You win that fight, you beat the narcissist. You beat yourself, you beat the narc. Because if you can beat yourself, imagine if you woke up every day and really were just about your business. Now, I'm not saying I do this because I don't, but that's the fight to have. To get things done. And this is what we need to figure out. It's self-motivation. It's not, how do I motivate the narcissist? How do I heal the narcissist? You're bleeding out. What are you talking about healing a narcissist for? You're bleeding out. And they're stabbing you. How do I heal this armed offender? How do I love the bank robber? Ridiculous. Goofy programming. What they do is up to them. You're going to use them to get your things done. You're going to use those negative feelings that they have generated. This is alchemy. This is real magic. They've offended you. I've suggested you're inferior. They might have hit a nerve. Maybe you feel inferior. Maybe that's how you feel about yourself. Shit. Worthless. They're right. So, you're going to prove them wrong to yourself, not to them. You'll never prove anything to them. They'll just change topic. But to yourself. People talk about the narcissist as a mirror. There you go. They're showing you your weakness as nobody else would dare. They're the best personal trainer you can get. And they do it for free. That's the beauty of it. They find your weaknesses, your open sores, and they press into them with their thumbs till you scream. You can't ignore it anymore. You'll have to lose empathy for your weaker self, the person that you were. One day you'll look back in disgust at how low you were, how pathetic you were. Think of other relationships you've had where you think that was stupid. This will become another one of those eventually in time. It doesn't feel like it because, you found the unicorn narc and everything. But eventually down the track, you'll say, that was dumb. What I was doing was stupid and beneath me. It was ridiculous. How could I have? You won't sit there thinking I want baby back. No, you'll just be that memory. We'll try and dissociate from that one. And you will if you've learned. If you've learned from the experience, it won't bother you anymore. It just won't hurt so much because you've won. It doesn't hurt. You heal. You feel better when you've won, when you've put in the work, and when you've won, and when this person is now beneath you. They pointed out some weaknesses, maybe by what they said or just by what they did, the ways they exploited you, and you have fixed them a lot in fear. You've gone into it, and you've done it. You've done it. No one else. I can't do it for you. Nobody can. No therapist can do it for you. They can't force you to You know, mount that picture frame, right? Make the picture frame and put the picture up there. They can't make you do that. Nobody can. We don't get better with words and thoughts. We are not neurotypicals. It just doesn't work. It's water off a duck's back. Oh, you're a good person. Don't worry, they were bad and you're good. That's going to last you all of 15 seconds, and then you've got to hear it again. It's just sugar. Garbage. The narc has got through your defenses, so you fix them. You use the narcissist as a diagnostic tool and as a motivator. And you get about it. The more they hurt you, the more productive you will be. You'll look back on those times and say, wow, I really went for it. Shit. I was a man or woman possessed. In fact, sometimes when there's no narc around, it's kind of a shame, really. It's easy to fall back into kind of a slumber. Think of the narcissist as a kind of like not a surgeon, but more like an advisor to the surgeon. You are the surgeon. They've pointed out the tumor. You have to do the operation. And what they tend to point to is our love of pleasure, because that's how they control us. It's through pleasure. They take control of our pleasure center. And we get addicted to all that romantic guff. Those dreams and those fantasies of an easy life, happily ever after. You get hooked on it. But it's all tomorrow, next week. It's just a play. They're acting. This person is acting. It's kind of like how you pretend the narcissist will like you, how the way you fluff them, the way you flatter them. You don't give a fuck about any of that. You just like when they say the nice words and touch you in that way. My narc X, more like my narc sex. You have to take back control of your pleasure center. You'll need to have a bit of a lower octane mix here, though. It's not going to be about words, about thoughts and a kind of dramatic presentations of feeling. It's going to be about actually getting things done, things that are close to your heart. And that if you don't do these things, you're going to regret it when you are old. You'll be full of bitterness because it'll be too late by then. Your aching bones will not be able to do it anymore. Now's the time. Well, that's really it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them up in the chat. All two of you. I appreciate you both. Good on you. I'll give you a few moments if there's anything on your mind. Otherwise, we will call it a day. And just remember, this is about you, not about how you see yourself, how others. It's about what you've done. Because character is what you've done. That's who you are. You are what you do. So you're dreams and full of imaginings that you are a certain type of person, but you haven't done anything yet. You have all these dreams and self-views. I'm this kind of person, I'm that kind of person, but this is all just potential. You could become that kind of person. It's a bit like if you met someone and they said, oh, you said, what do you do? And they said, I'm a lawyer. And you say, oh really? I didn't know you had a law practice. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't, but I could. Oh, you're not really a lawyer then, are you? Lawyers, they have clients and they go to court. So you aren't really what you think you are until you do it. You're not some great environmentalist or artist unless you're out there protecting the environment or doing art. And if you don't do those things, it will come back and haunt you. You'll be haunted. In old age, you will be haunted. Everyone likes to go, what happens to the narcissist when they get older? What happens to you when you get older? Fuck the narc. Who cares? They'll figure it out. What about you? What will happen to you if you never do the things that are in your heart to do? If you waste your life? What will happen to you? Old and miserable, envious. If that's the fate you want, keep chasing the pot of gold that the narc offers. But if you want to live a good life, use the narc. Use the narc to aim yourself at what you need to do. Use them like a tool, just as they wanted to use you.